thyself. We should know thy high self. You see, if we're going to take what Steve Bow said to heart, that God's gift to us was more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use, and our gift to God is to develop as much of that as we can, we're going to have to understand how to develop it. And as we get into this program on paradigm, you're going to understand more about yourself. I spend a lot of time helping people understand how the mind functions. Because if we don't understand how the mind functions, you're never going to shift to paradigm. And a lot of people say, Bob, you're being too repetitive. That's how paradigms are formed. And that's exactly how they're going to change. Solomon put it very well one time many years ago. He said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Well, we want to understand how our mind functions. And it's through the repetition of the ideas that understanding starts to develop. There's only one way to develop understanding, and that's through study. There isn't any other way of doing it. Now,
woo! Blessed day. Good morning, fam. Rise and shine. Another incredible time to go ahead and be alive and step into our greatness. I love to see you, Cedric, JoJo, Dreamers. How are we feeling coming into the AM? I just got done with a little nature walk, got the gym in, feeling so incredible. I'm telling you right now, we're vibrating at such a high frequency, and everybody collectively, I'm seeing the gym, seeing everybody get up early, seeing everybody really get into the DMOs, the daily methods of operation. So I'm so proud to see it, and I know we're just scratching the surface. So here we go. Today's topic, fam, as you can see, we're getting pretty deep. We're really peeling back the layers on success quantum leaps. For myself, that's something I've always been infatuated with, is how can we quantum leap? How can we truly max out this shell that we only have one shot to go ahead and utilize? So today I want to really go ahead and get into it, because I've been around some really high level individuals. I'm talking about some of the best in their space, and I've been literally doing nothing but taking notes, soaking it in, and I'm here to go ahead and give it away. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me get live on IG, and let's tap into today on how to really go ahead and transcend, how to break out of the matrix that so many of us are stuck in. So I know this is going to be a crucial topic for today. So let me get live, and we're going to jump in super short and sweet. Here we go. How to break the matrix, and most importantly, how to transcend. So let me know, what's everybody grateful for coming today? Drop it down below. Let's get the chat flowing. Let me see the frequency. How are we feeling coming towards the end of the month? Awesome. Matrix. Boom. Oh, yes, this is a good one. To transcend. Love it. Boom. IG's tapped in. Let's get into it. Grateful for the family. Grateful for the dream team. So thankful to be in this time. I can't express to you how many times literally over these past couple of weeks that I've just sat down at nighttime, pretty much just in tears of how everything aligns. We've been at this space for so many years. I've seen so many individuals achieve quantum leaps. And at this point, I'm really at a conviction level where I believe every single one of us, there's no doubt in my mind whether success is knocking the door. Matter of fact, success is kicking at every single one of our doors, because that's how it works. We don't go out and chase success. It actually works the other way. Success chases us as we strive and become the best versions of ourselves. So it's nothing but a mirror. It's nothing but a mirror. As within, so without. So I'm proud to see it. Deanne, David, London, let's go. Big day today. Stay tuned. This is going to be a crucial topic. Make sure you guys stay until the end. Here we go. Love it. Success finds us. Absolutely. Remember that. All right. How to transcend, okay? I'm going to give you guys about 5-6 steps. How to transcend our reality. How to truly break out of the matrix, a.k.a. realistically break out of the box. That's what we're doing. We're breaking out of the same limited box thinking that a lot of us, and it's not our fault, a lot of us are programmed to go ahead and live in a box. Think about it. The house that we live in is a box. The car that we drive in, we're in a box. We go to work to sit in a cubicle most of the time, a box. Come back home in a car to the house, and we never really get out of the box, if you really think about it. So the whole idea, think about going to a dentist office, we're in a box. The grocery store, we're in a box. So the whole idea of today is to do exactly the opposite. I want to just go ahead and take off the layer of the mind so you can really see how it is that each and every one of us have the same access. Nobody's different. Nobody's esoteric that they can only achieve greatness. No, 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 no. It's reserved for all of us. So here we go. Here's the 5 steps. Okay. And I've been touching on it really heavily these past couple of weeks. So as Bob Proctor says, some of it might seem repetitive, but that's success. Success is nothing but the repetitive principles that are mastered. So here we go. First piece, when it comes to transcending, is going to be our emotion. Okay. And go down the line. You guys can get out a piece of paper and just go down, because this is exactly how we change our reality in 5 steps. Number 1 is going to be the emotion. What is the emotion? And go ahead and drop it down below. What is, if you were to just give a word, what has your emotion been dominantly for the week? Here's a simple exercise. Bob Proctor used to talk about this all the time. If you were to rate your week and give it a dominant emotion, what would you guys say it is below? Would you say it was fear? Would you say it was sadness, shame, guilt, happiness, joy, abundance? Be real, be honest. I'm not here to sit and give you guys some woo-woo, everything's going to be great all the time. No, it's not. We all have tough days. Everybody grows through it. But the difference is how we react versus how we respond, right? Because reacting, and I'm going to get into this, I have a whole training on this. Reacting is the old frequency. Responding is the new. So if you guys were to drop it down below, what is your word? And you don't have to put it in the chat, but put it on your piece of paper just to become aware of it, just to really just allow yourself to identify where are these thoughts coming from. Stressful, but turned into abundance. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But just stick with me as I go through this training. Okay. Number 1 is going to be the emotion. Okay. What was the dominant emotion that we're feeling? Number 2, watch how this plays out. Number 2 is going to be energy and motion. Because if you notice this, to transcend, it takes being able to organize the inner chaos so we can go ahead and have some clarity in the outer chaos. So we don't have to have a reaction. We don't have to have judgment. Because I realize that's what happens to a lot of us. We react so easily. Drop a 3 down below if you guys know something right now that pushes your buttons. That it could be on a daily basis. Drop a 3 down below if you know something right now that pushes your buttons. It could be family. It could be at work. And guess what? It's probably going to happen again today. But let me give you a very important piece, okay? And this analogy is a little bit newer to me, but I like it. It really stuck with me, okay? It takes being able to sit at a higher state of conscious when we're dealing with problems, because the problems never go away. That's a fact. They're never going to change. Problems are going to be a part of life. The difference is how we react versus how we respond. I want to give you a perfect example, okay? I want you to imagine there's two individuals. They're walking in the park, right? They each have a dog, and they're walking by. And you know when you see 2 individuals in the park with a dog and their dogs get close, they might get a little bit crazy. Drop a 5 down below if you guys have ever been to a dog park with your dog and there's been another one there and they start to yap a little. They start to play a little bit. And you might have to yell at them. You might have to pinch somebody's butt real quick. Of course, okay? But you see, the owner of the dog, both sides, they know, well, this is normally how dogs react. When they get around another dog, they might get a little bit crazy. They might start jumping around. They might start barking a little bit, but they already know essentially what the outcome is going to be. So guess what? They don't get upset because they know that's normal. That's okay. So the same thing can happen with our life. Imagine when life can get a little bit hectic. It gets a little bit noisy. It seems like there's a little bit barking going on. Well, when we're sitting in a higher state of conscious, we know this is a part of the game. Nobody can avoid problems. That could be somebody at work. It could be a flat tire. It could be anything that happens with business or family. But when we know there's things that's on the way and just be able to handle it at a different level, at a different energy, watch how this plays out. So it starts with the energy the emotion that we're sitting in. That emotion sitting long enough turns into an energy in motion. So if we're sitting in fear, well, guess what? That fear, when we're sitting in too long, for a couple hours, maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, well, guess what? That turns into an energy emotion. Most of the time sitting in fear, how much action do we take sitting in fear? Probably a little bit of amount. And what type of results are we going to get taking a little bit amount of action? The results are not going to be something that we're most likely pleased with. So you can notice this is exactly how the order goes. Okay. So step 2 is going to be energy and motion. Watch number 3. Stick with me. There's only 5. If you can stick with me for 5, you're going to get some. Vibration. Okay. And energy in motion, guess what that turns into? That turns into what we call a vibration. You guys ever heard the term good vibes? How you feeling? Good vibes? Good vibe stands for vibration. So many don't realize that we talk about vibration all of the time. We don't even notice it. So when I ask you what emotion are we sitting in, well, guess what? The odds are whatever that dominant emotion is has everything to do with the vibration that we're sitting in. Because if you guys don't notice now, everything is vibrates. Everything is vibrating. Like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Who remembers that show? Some of y'all are too young. You might not even remember that show. It's one of my favorite science shows back in the day. Y'all remember that one? Bill Nye? Well, Bill Nye talked about vibration, and I discussed it this week. You see, energy that's sitting at a different vibration changes matter, right? Liquid that is vibrating at a very fast speed of vibration, aka boiling, turns into what? It turns into vapor. But you see, liquid that's vibrating at a very slow level, in fact, it's barely vibrating at all, when it's frozen, turns into ice. You see, so everything is vibrating. The question is, what temperature are we vibrating at? Are we vibrating with love, passion, abundance, joy, exuberance? Or are we vibrating with lack, fear? Nothing is working out for me. Everything seems to be going against me. You see, that is a frequency. And that frequency ends up dictating our reality. So the reality that we're sitting in, believe it or not, has everything to do with the frequency that we're sitting in, which was nothing but a vibration, which initially was energy and motion, and started out with a thought, which was an emotion. So I can tell you right now, this is the breakdown. This is the science of how anybody that you see is transcending their life. They change the emotions that we're sitting in every day. I know what it's like to wake up in lack, to wake up in anxiety. And guess what? That vibration, that frequency is nothing that is comfortable. In fact, most people, we all talk about the comfort zone. Well, most of the time, the frequency of a comfort zone is all of those negative things that we don't like. So the fact of the matter is, to get out of the comfort zone, it takes becoming uncomfortable. So I hope you guys got a little piece of value. And I can tell you right now, every one of us, we're on the road. We're on the track. We're doing the work. We're putting in the time. And the only difference is, for most of us, is time. Our mentors have just been looking at this a little bit longer than we have. So, fam, anything you need, don't be afraid to reach out. This is a training that's you're going to be able to go back and document, like, wow, today was the day, October 24th, when I really got aware of the emotions that I'm seeing every day. That's why we write our gratitude. Why do you think we've been 800 plus days of writing 10 minimum things that we're blessed and grateful for? Because we know how important it is to really sit in that emotion of gratitude, of bliss, in the feeling as if it's already done. I love you, fam. Anything you need, Dean, let's go. Stay tuned. Remember, fam, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hands. Have a great day and turn these dreams into reality. Event tonight, Southwest Florida. If you're in the area, let's go. It's game time. It's word.